Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I've been reading a lot of comments and correspondence from folks about some things we've discussed, the possibility of financial requirements going up, certain insurance requirements being applied to retirement visas in Thailand, some things of that nature, not least of which folks mention the current, what can only be described as ongoing lockdown requirements, although eased compared to a few months ago. It's still pretty stringent for the most part. And people have asked me, they've said, is Thailand still a good place to retire? And my response is yes, most assuredly. Now, is it everything I want it to be right now? Not particularly, as evidenced in other videos I've made. But yeah, I mean, all things considered, yes, and I see this a lot. Well, I can go to such and such a place and retire with so-and-so. Yeah, it's possible, but it's my understanding, maybe with the exception of the Philippines, there's not really any place in Asia to retire that is, and even the Philippines, I think, the comparison is not 100%. You can't make a full comparison. They're different in certain ways with respect to some of their immigration, but the Philippine immigration system is outside my bailiwick. But I mean, here in Asia, especially Southeast Asia, I mean, Thailand's, best of my knowledge, about one of the only places that folks can pretty easily get in and get a retirement visa and go on about their lives. Yeah, I do understand there's other places in Europe and South America that try to attract retirees, but again, Thailand's retirement visa requirements compared to a lot of places are really not that strenuous. They're really not that, the threshold is not all that high compared to other jurisdictions. And meanwhile, it's my understanding in other jurisdictions, you actually have to pay in, and that money is just gone. The same amount of money that you would need to hold, for example, on balance to maintain, for example, a Thai retirement visa, either O or OA. Now, again, I know insurance requirements really kind of nag at folks, and things have changed in the retirement visa world, but, comparatively, I think if you go out there and you go pound for pound, Thailand still is very competitive as a good place for retirees to come to. And I'm just talking about this in immigration context. On top of it, I gotta say, I can't think of a place more pleasant, to my thinking, to retire in than Thailand, at least under present conditions. I mean, obviously, I immigrated to Thailand, so, I have the fervor of the converted. But long story short, yeah, I do think it is still a good place to retire for a lot of folks who are looking to enjoy their retirement.